Continuing on in more foreign policy focused on the Biden administration, we have some news about Afghanistan and the United States controlling its funds. So Business Insider reported today that Biden administration has completely ruled out releasing Afghanistan's central bank's $7 billion in reserves, which was frozen last year. It has suspended talks with the Taliban after the U.S. found and killed al-Qaeda leader al-Zawahiri in a drone strike late last month in Kabul. Quote, "We do not see recapitalization of the Afghan central bank as a near-term option," U.S. Special Representative for Afghanistan Thomas West said in a statement. Quote, "We do not have confidence that the institution has the safeguards and monitoring in place to manage assets responsibly," West added. West also said that the Taliban's harboring of al-Zawahiri, who has heavily involved in planning of 9/11 terrorist attacks and who has been leading al-Qaeda since Osama bin Laden's death in 2011, heightened U.S. concerns about releasing the funds. Last week, more than 70 economists and experts sent a letter to President Joe Biden and Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen urging the administration to release the $7 billion in frozen reserve funds. The economists argued that Afghanistan's central bank needs the funds to help the struggling economy combat severe economic and humanitarian crises, such as high inflation and a people on the brink of starvation, among other concerns. Quote, "The Taliban government has done horrific things, including but not limited to its appalling treatment of women and girls and ethnic minorities," the letter stated. However, it is both morally condemnable and politically and economically reckless to impose collective punishment on the entire people for the actions of government they did not choose. And there is some truth to that aspect of it. I understand people that do not want to see these funds be released to the Afghan central bank under concern that it would make its way to terrorist organizations and fund the killing, massacre, and imprisonment and slavery of women and children within Afghanistan. That is a valid concern. There is no reason whatsoever to trust that the Taliban would actually use that funds to make its country better rather than doing what it's doing now and just basically starving out anybody they don't like, killing people they don't like, and what have you, as well as funding terrorism. With that said, there may be ways for the United States to release some of these funds to NGOs or other organizations, maybe even through USAID, in order to combat the growing starvation that is happening in Afghanistan. Because there is starvation happening in Afghanistan. Millions of people are on the verge of starving to death due to its inability to feed itself since the US withdrew, and its ability to buy food to make that happen. Compounding all this, of course, is climate change and the like, and droughts that are hitting the region as much of the rest of the world as we've seen in news articles. And if we can get at least some of the food to the people, that could at least help alleviate some of the suffering. So I understand the concerns on both sides. I understand the people that say don't release the money at all. I understand and more empathize with the people that say we got to at least do something. So I hope the Biden administration will at least look at options in order to help bring food aid to the people of Afghanistan.